Folks, good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. A little bit different video today. Might have seen this link off vantrader.com, might have seen it off rvtrader.com. You might have not seen a link at all. You might just follow me doing these rants and rambles. Today is a little bit different. We are doing a van tour. Van is for sale. So we're gonna break it down. We're gonna go through everything, show you the ins and outs, all the storage, all the appliances, the areas, what I've done, how it's been built, what all's in it, what's not in it, just the raw truth. Some of the sites that I can post this on only let me give you a 1-minute video, so we're gonna do like an hour-long video. Maybe not. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but we're just gonna go front to back. So there's gonna be some choppiness. I don't do video editing. Those of you guys that have watched me for a little bit, there's gonna be, I can use the pause function. Hopefully I don't hit stop instead. I pretty much do that a lot and then have to start from square one because I don't know how to piece the videos back together. So here we are. We'll start on the outside. 2500 Freightliner badge. It's still the Mercedes. Here's the proof. There's the Mercedes logo on the headlight. You just don't get that fancy grille with the Mercedes emblem in it. It is the 3-liter diesel. It's not the BlueTech 4-cylinder. It has a block heater installed. It has a trickle charger installed, and this little white wire here. You can get some shore power to run the heat off of this extension cord plug here. Other than that, we got the Agile Off-Road Rip Kit installed. It's got the 5400 series rear springs. It's got the added shock absorber up front. Same with the coil spring. Got the spacers and the new lugs. Stock tire size, nothing crazy. It's the Michelin Agilis Cross Climates. If you do some research on it, they're really good tire. Absolutely plenty of tread left. I want to say they only have 10,000-ish miles on them. Nothing crazy. As far as other exterior additions, we have the ARB awning, manual setup, if you want to call it that. You got to unzip it. There's no twirly-do to bring it out for you, but it is an awning. We've got a 310-watt house size solar panel up top. We got 2 Max Air fans, front and rear. It's got the factory roof rails. That's kind of a big thing. A lot of them don't come with that. So you got the factory roof rails up there so you can add or take off whatever you want. No ladder, no extra crazy flares or anything like that. It's the 170 extended. I guess I should have started this whole video saying it's a 2018. You'll see this kind of crazy contraption back here. I've added an exterior storage. It's got the license plate on it. It's got the tail lights, reverse lights. It pivots away so you can still access the rear doors. I think we'll start here in the garage area. Kind of makes sense, I guess, since I'm doing the exterior tour. Yeah, plain Jane. Oh, window, forgot it. Got the motion windows. Slider window. It's not the common CL Lawrence. It's the slider. It doesn't hinge, so it slides. There is a screen there. Oh, exterior also. We got you can kind of see the rear setup as far as the Rip Kit goes. We have the Rixson S-bar heater mounted under here. Whoop, right there. What else? That's kind of it on the exterior, guys. There's not a whole lot of, wow, this looks really cool from the outside. It's just a plain old van. As far as in the back doors, what do we got? Plenty of storage, camp chair, table. You got the wrap-on green toilet that comes with the van. No need for me to take that on my next adventure. Plenty of space for totes. We got a mullet style bike, so 27 and a half, 29er up front. You do have to take the wheels off. I was unable to make it work with the rear wheel on because I didn't get into biking until after I built the van. Something else you'll notice here, the outdoor shower, that's plumbed in with hot water. Should be able to see somewhere, hot water line right there. All PEX plumbing, color coded, appropriate as far as cold hot. We've got storage up here. 2 snowboards can fit, one without bindings, one with. You can put skis up there, it doesn't really matter. Notice there, a little light. So it's lighted storage as well. And it is a 3-way switch, so you can activate it here out the back door, or there is a switch right by my fingertip there, so you can access it indoors, because you can access through this door the storage compartment from the inside when the doors are closed. The outdoor shower, it's got a hanger right here on the back door. The rig will also come with the wow, brain fart, hammock. It comes with a hammock stand. So depending on how you plan to use this thing, if you will maintain some outdoor storage for other stuff, right now it's for my tools because of what I do for work, you can remove this whole setup. And I do also have a hitch mount that these poles go in, and you can set a hammock up, strung up off the back of the van, so that it's essentially the same thing. It's a T-bar. You'll get bars that go in on an angle, and then you string the hammock across, and you can hang out on the back of the van in your hammock. Don't need to go find trees, no, nothing like that. Rear mounted fire extinguisher, because safety first. Other than that, folks, I mean, nothing crazy out back. I mean, it's a raised bed. You've probably seen a million if you've been in the van scene a while, or at least been looking. Other than that, I mean, they're wooden panels on the inside. This is all custom work, guys. So if you see something not great, or, you know, something you could have done better, well, good. I'm not perfect. I'm not a contractor. I did the best of my ability to build this thing, so keep that in mind. With that said, though, I mean, it's not a hack job either. All nice aluminum tubing, square tubing, I should say, welded up together for the bed frame. It is technically 2 pieces that can be removed, so if you have the want or need to totally change this configuration, you can. It'll unbolt from these angle bars here. There's one on each side, and the bed platforms will remove. You can change it how you see fit. Well, you totally just saw a long pause. I didn't break. I forgot to hit pause. And I'm thinking about what I want to talk about next. I was trying to think of if I can show how this device works one-handed. I can, actually. Okay, so we have our flagpole. Nothing wrong with representing the American flag. You can choose to do that, choose not to. That is completely up to you. So, how this works, we have a trailer tongue jack on this side. Just your plain Jane crank handle tongue jack. It pivots from a pivot point over there. You then have to, in this case, because I'm trying to do this one-handed, remove the flagpole. Oh dear, here we go. One-handed. Line up. Bear with me, folks. Hopefully you're not getting seasick here. Line up those 2 pieces of pipe. Whoopsies. We're gonna get it close. We're gonna put the flagpole back in. Whoa. Totally just realized I'm videoing nothing. You release the tongue jack. Pivot it out of the way. And you're off to the races. She ain't going nowhere. Had to remove the license plate because the stock one's blocked. Zero issues, DOT compliant, license plate light. It is lit all the time. Reverse lights, tail light, blinker lights. These stock ones aren't obstructed, but I figured why not? Can't hurt to add some more. With adding more reverse lights, if you've ever driven one of these things, the reverse lights that are stock, absolutely terrible. Those help a lot. All right, we're moving up. We're going in. I already see something I want to change. Let's close that. So this is what it looks like when you walk in. Just kind of give you a little walk around here, what it looks like. Tongue and groove, 3/4 inch tongue and groove on the ceiling. They're 16-foot boards, so there is not a single seam in the length of the van. So they just run from the back to the front. No seam. There will be no waves in your ceiling. Yeah, it's really nice. Again, Max Air fan 1 and a 2. They are the deluxe ones with the reverse and the 10 speeds and the whole shebang. Works really well. Got the remote to prove it. They work really well, especially in the rain. You can hear them things are screaming. They move a serious amount of air. I don't know if you can see the curtains waving here. And that's with the door open. If I go closing the door and have the windows cracked only. Here's the front of the van. You'll have to excuse the fact that this is obviously completely staged, the rear of the van, so I have some stuff up here. If I were to stutter a couple more times, you might not be able to understand what I'm about to say. But if I was to have the side door closed here, and it was drawing in through the smalls of the window, you'd really notice this thing flapping. But the fact that it's 75 degrees out, I'm not going to do that. I'm already sweating because I'm nervous. Can't believe I'm selling my van. That it took me 2 years to build. So, anyways, first walk in, kitchen. Hopefully not going to mess this up. I'm going wide mode. Whoa, here we go. All right. We'll start off to the right here. I'm going to try to get you set up in a good angle here. Not let the camera fall. We got the Isotherm Cruise 160. It is DC. It's hooked up for DC only right now. I do have conduit run behind the wall and through the wall to run it off AC. So if you wanted to run it off 120, you could do that. It's so efficient on 12 volt. I don't really see a reason to wire it for 120, especially since I don't have shore power for like the rest of the van. I said it earlier, it's only for the heat, and that would be, I guess, maybe our next thing, which is the Rixon's Comfort Hot system. So here's the thermostat for it. We'll talk about it over here as well. So let me get the pantry door open so I don't need to hold it. Here's a control panel for it. It is a S-bar heater. Here is the actual sticker for it. Focus. Maybe. Focus. There we go. S-bar heater, this is the code reader for it. It does have the high altitude adapter, I guess, if you want to call it that. High altitude box. I don't know. It is installed. It's behind this little false wall here. Here is the Rixon control panel. Furnace. Hot water. Fan. Fan controls is a 2-speed or off, and that would control the hot air for when the thermostat recognizes it's cold in here and it needs to heat. But again, the fact that it is this hot, yeah, I'm not turning the heat on. You can absolutely check it out when you tour the van. Thermostat goes up to like 90 degrees, so you can absolutely make sure that it works. And you can make sure that the hot water works both here at the faucet and out back at the shower. So let's go back here. We got a set of outlets, set of 120 outlets here that can run whatever you want. I run an electric kettle and my air fryer, absolutely no problem. I've never had a breaker trip or anything like that. Let's go up. Pantry. It is, in my opinion, very good size. I wouldn't say it's the biggest. It's definitely not the smallest. It's got soft closed doors. I didn't engineer a better prop. It's literally just a kickstand. So maybe you can make something better. I don't know. Cutlery drawer, things of that nature. Spatulas, spoons, things like that. I didn't want to waste this space. It is small, but again, if you're looking into this, you already know space is a premium when you're in this small of an area. All right, let's go over the drawers here. Not Baltic. Birch plywood. You can see like the nice grain in it. Several layers. Sorry, my feet are in that pitch. That's probably gross to some of you. I made them all box joint style, so they are extremely strong. They're glued and have the inset floor or bottom, excuse me. So that's countersunk into the board. So this thing, again, it's pretty damn strong. The drawer slides have the little closers to keep everything closed. The stove, spices, things like that, that's what I use in the top drawer here. Second drawer down is what I do. Well, it's an absolute disaster right now, but kind of my personal items, junk drawer, hygiene, stuff like that. Excuse me, that was gross. Live action, folks. If you've never seen me, and this is like you got this link off of Facebook or something like that, I'm not saying to go watch another video, but it would maybe explain my tendencies here. Tupperware, dishes, cups, that kind of crap. Pots and pans is at the bottom, heaviest things bottom. I didn't declutter this because I wanted to show just kind of how much fits in it. Coffee grinder, just a jar of coffee. Electric kettle, got a big saucepan, small saucepan, frying pan, collapsible colander under there. So just to show how much is in there, you know, it's still got a little bit of space if you want to fill that up. Pretty big, strong enough, don't got to worry about it. I gave a kick toe down below so we can hide my nasty toes. And you can get right up to the countertop. If I'm not mistaken, they are 35 and a half, 36. They are very, 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 very close to household height. I didn't go skimping on that. You will notice that the window is kind of blocked a little bit. So the window does sit below the countertop, but because I didn't want to go slouching down when I prep, I left it that way. Like I said before, motion window slides open, nice screen. Cutting board was taken out of the butcher block here, 1 3/4 butcher block. It is a cutting board on one side. Can you see this? And a drying rack on the other. So I just leave that sitting right there. You can drain your pots, pans, Tupperwares, whatever, down this lip, back into the sink. You're doing dishes here. Scrubby WW. Cool, cool, cool. Drying rack. I wanted to have a closure for the sink just so I have more countertop space. Paper towel rack, holder, whatever. So you got plenty of prep space if for some reason you don't want your sink open while you're prepping. Or live action, sorry about that. Cutting board treated with mineral oil for its lifetime so far. It's in really good shape. Let's go under the sink. We didn't do anything crazy with the plumbing, folks. this doesn't have unlimited water. So we've got just a 5-gallon gray tank here. A little trash bin, little stuff for underneath. Might see some popcorn kernels under there, extra sponges, you name it. Yeah, kind of a just little under sink area. Back on the other side here, this cabinet does open. That's how I fill my water majority of the time. I have some extra 5-gallon jugs. Have a nice big access port for cleaning. Clean it honestly pretty regularly. The water system in here is probably one of the cleanest things in here. Little vinegar and water, bleach and water, clean it out on a pretty consistent basis, sanitize it. You can fill from the outside, but the way I built this thing was to live in it full time and sustain off grid. So I was never really near a hose. So that thing it's kind of useless to me on how I use it. You might find some benefit in it if you're a weekender. If you want to fill it up at the house and take it out, cool. You don't need to stretch the hose in here. You can put it right. This is my little dog door. Maybe I should have taken that out of here. Hold on. You can fill it through this port right here. Homemade little dog gate for my pup. So this is just some extra storage. This is my second take here because I forgot to hit play, so I don't know what I actually just talked about. Extra storage, it's usually pretty messy just because of the space that is here, and how I use it, it's for things that I don't touch that often. You will get, if you would like it, this whole home water filter. You can find those filters at Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever. That's what I use to put any water in here. No water goes in there without going through that filter. It is hooked up with a hose end on here, so you can just screw it onto a regular hose. And I have a little barb here, so I can either fill it through here, or I can have this hooked up somewhere and fill my 5-gallon jugs and carry those in and pour them here. This is a false floor. I'm about to show you that. Wiring is all labeled and pretty easily traceable. We'll show you that electrical system under this bench here in a minute. Water pump right here. Just an on-off switch. That way if you're heading out on the trails or whatever, I don't know how you're going to use this. Just so you can kill the water pump. And if something should ever happen, water's not just flowing while you're gone. Gosh, that took a long time. Dimmer lights. Kind of weird to catch on camera with LEDs. The lights do end here at the closet because I don't know about you, but I just don't have a need to have my bed fully lit up. There are some reading lights on the wall. Okay, false floor. Little handle so you can pick it up. Under that is the Rixson Comfort Hot system. So that box there is what that white wire from under the hood goes to. So you can heat your glycol system. This is a hydronic system. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to save the hot air. Look up what a hydronic heating system is on Google. Should give you a fair idea of what it is. Also down here, water pump plumbed in off the bottom there. We do have a shutoff should you ever want to remove the tank. Everything is plumbed through the floor. So it goes this way, goes through the floor here, which is awesome because when you got the heat on, this area, nice and freaking toasty. Guess where you're doing all your prep? Right there. I'm not going to act like that was intentional. That was totally by chance. But it works out really well. That craziness is a light. So when I turn the water pump on, I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Yeah, you can. Got a little light there because we got a little sight glass in the side of the cabinet. If you're ever wondering how much water you got, we got 22 gallons here. Probably more if you're willing to fill it up like to the absolute brim. Yeah, that's what we got. Nothing crazy, but again, I built this as an off-grid type thing, so I don't need a ton of water. Okay, moving on back. This is for a table. So this is a stand that can go into 2 areas on the bench seat. This is a table top, and it assembles. So through these holes here, and you can have a table. or some artwork, whatever you like. Got a little catch-all bin here, typically an absolute disaster. Cannot complete the video without llama drama. Moving back. Sorry, folks. We're all over the place here. So we did the kitchen. That's about it for the kitchen. Closet area. So this is all hanging closet. Big hanging rod up here. Can fit as much or as little as you want. To give you an idea, that's 4 hoodies or jackets. It is 5 feet long. So I'm sitting on the bench seat now. You got a ton of space, and I'm not doing any camera trickery. This is on 1x zoom, so I'm not wide angle right now. This is just how it is. I'm gonna stay right here, and we're gonna go wide angle to prove it. Boom. No trickery. That's kind of a better view though, but don't get it twisted. It is a lot of room. It's 5 feet, I'm telling you. Down below, more storage. We've got some shoe storage. We've got a spot. I typically have closed totes right here, just some clear bins. Again, you should see obviously all the electrical. It is fed through just these bus bars here, which now that I look at it is like kind of crazy and unneeded, but everything's labeled on the fuse block and partitioned and ran through the wall through here. I tried to make it all nice, neat, and tidy when I could. Everything goes through these nice little brush covers, so it's out of your way. You're not going to grab anything, or you shouldn't, when you're fishing for whatever. And there is some extra space in the conduit that runs up the wall for more stuff if you want to add it, because there is extra space in the fuse block here. You probably noticed the plumbing coming back. That goes to the outdoor shower. It is on the exterior of the wall should you ever need to do anything. It has drainable wall valves, so as they are off now because I was up in the Northeast, these are filled with RV antifreeze. Or you can drain them, or you can blow them out however you see fit, because this area is not heated. The only heat for the van comes out of this duct right here. Hopefully, yep, you can see it there. So that's part of the Rixson system. It just vents out right here. I wouldn't say under the bed gets too cold, but just to alleviate issues, we've got drainable valves there, or even just shut off valves in general, so you can isolate that water and not have an issue. We're gonna make a round robin circle here. We got a little book rack. Put some books up there. Der map, you can have it or not. It's up to you. Again, fan. Queen size bed. It is a queen size wide. I am a short individual. I can sleep across the van comfortably. If not, I mean, if you wanted to go a little diagonal, by all means. Again, we got some reading lights. Nothing really going on in the bed area, folks. It's a bed. And I didn't want it to be convertible to anything because I'm lazy and I barely make my bed anyways. So here we have it. This is that door I was telling you about, back into the garage. And again, you can see, hopefully, yep, we got the light. We got that other switch right here. So you can access the light from either side, like I said before. Mountain bike, plenty of room for totes. I have another tote that goes under here. I've got all kinds of stuff. I'm just in the middle of consolidating and cleaning, so figured I'd do it while it's a little empty, give you an idea what's in the space right now, what can be done here. Yeah, what we're working with. So that is the under bed. I do have a singular, round plug 12 volt. I've literally never used it. Just never used it, but it's here just in case. You have something USB, the A style of the OG, and then the USB-C on one side of the bench seat, and the other side, everything is Victron electronics. So we've got the Victron 712 smart monitor, so you can Bluetooth to it. Not everything is Victron. Most everything is Victron. The inverter is not. It is just a 3,000 watt off-the-shelf inverter. I've had no issues with it. It runs, again, my air fryer and my kettle, absolutely no problem. It powers my laptop, no problem. We only have two sets. So one set of outlets here in the kitchen area, and one down here in the, I guess, bench seat area. Let me show you under that. It's just a bench seat, folks. There's just foam on plywood, and you sit there, and it's like it's not super uncomfortable, but it's not also either. It's not like a recliner either. So don't go thinking, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so dreamy. Like, the reality, like, you don't want to sit here for 10 hours. Like, you don't. That's just a fact, and I'm not gonna hide it. But also, like, you can easily sit here, do a little work, read a book, drink some coffee, have breakfast. Like, I've absolutely done it. So, but I feel like you would just be hard pressed to find a van that does have a bench seat that is, for some reason, the most comfortable thing that you've ever sat in. Life-proof flooring all throughout the van. There's just that click-together stuff. It's nothing crazy. What else am I missing here? Main battery disconnect. So if shit hits the fan, boom, shut it off. Don't panic. Although that is rule number one, is like to panic. Let me get this undone and show you what's going on under there. All right, folks. Hopefully you don't have to look at my feet too long. I'm going to try to keep it out of the frame here. 3 100 amp hour lithium iron phosphate batteries from Battleborn. They've been in here since day one. They are awesome. Freaking awesome. Everything, like I said, as far as solar controller, solar controller, DC to DC charger. So off the alternator, off of the van's battery. Victron, the shunt part of the 712 system here is Victron. Sorry, spacing it here. Let's show you. So the van's not running, so we're obviously getting solar in. So just a heads up, the solar works. We're at a pretty low sun angle, so not bad. 5 amps, and it's not even completely clear. What else? All nice marine grade wire. If it's not marine grade, it is like welding grade, if you want to call it that. So this really thick, what do we got here? I don't know offhand. I have to read it. 2/0. You can see it right there. Nice fat battery wire for all the mains. First thing out of here, obviously you can see fuse, shut off. We go over to our distribution block. We go to fuses. Circuit breakers. I went with circuit breakers so it's resettable. Yeah, you're not fumbling to find a fuse. You literally just go like this. Oh, you'll just notice that the light shut off because I popped that breaker. And ready? There we go. So, it obviously works. I do have extras. So when you buy the van, if you buy the van, it comes with this bag of goodies. Comes with all kinds of stuff. We'll jump in that later. I'll pause. It comes with circuit breakers, fuses, nuts, bolts, extra circulator pump for the heat, other stuff. We'll go over that. Man, I'm all jazzed up. Give me a second. I got to get myself together. Okay, we're back, folks. Circuit breakers. The way the van is split up is to driver side, passenger side. So this is actually the driver side feed. So you can see it comes off the bus bar, boom, boom, in, out. It comes through this red wire here. It feeds the distribution block here. Boom. So that's the one I messed with, right? You saw that? That's why the lights went off, because the lights on the dimmer switch are powered through this fuse block. So I killed that breaker, killed the power to here, lights went off. Anyways, everything's labeled. Yeah, I don't have fancy, awesome stickers, but painter's tape works, and it's labeled. There is some free space in there. You've got 2 free fuses, should you want to add anything on this side. And there's a couple on the passenger side, so that is what the other circuit breaker is. Solar, right there. Gosh, I'm so jacked up. That's the solar one. Gosh. That is the DC to DC charger. Excuse me, folks. Please don't yell at me. Again, if stuff goes up through the wall, it's got the nice outlet covers. Tried to do it where I saw practical. We feed the passenger side of the van, remember, from that other circuit breaker over here, with some wire coming down through here. We go down into the floor through some liquid tight boxes. We go through under the floor, up the other side, and then you've seen the rest of it in the closet. Inverter. We got the one powered here, and then we have the other powered all the way through, all the way over here, comes up and around and down into that box there. What else do we have on here, folks? This frame is removable if you need to, for some reason, get a crane to take that stuff out. I don't know why I did that, but here we are. The bag of goodies: nuts, bolts, screws, washers, rib nuts, heat shrink wire connectors, butt connectors, fuses, furnace rebuild kit, circulator pump for the furnace, headlights, you never know, spare LED lights, just in case, rocker switches, just in case, circuit breakers, just in case. I'm not frantic. I just like to be prepared as I can be. This is all easily kept with you. It's a pretty small package. Should work well. What else will you get when you buy this van? You will get my psychotic basket of receipts. Let's pull one out. Random. Let's go back here. Let's see. What do we got? What is this? Alaska Industrial Hardware. We got long poly stainless steel wire brush. Oh, 35 aluminum welding wire. See, told you. More welding wire. You want to see how much I put into the van? Go ahead and tally every single one of these up. I can tell you. There's over $110,000 in this van right now. Like well over that. That's not including time, folks. So we'll find that. Let's go. Those are all Alaska Industrial Hardware. That's kind of like lame. Not lame, but it is what it is, right? What do we got here? Pre-bulbed plus nuts. See? Grip range. 20 thousandths to 20 thousandths to 280 thousandths. So quarter inch, over a quarter inch. I had like a brain fire how to like say that. What else? Trailer Craft, where I bought the van from. What do we got here? $202. What is this for? Fuel filter. Hey, another fuel filter. Oil filter. You want to like buy something from the old man that saves everything? It's this van. What do we got here? Oh, a service kit and a combustion blower out of the heater. WeatherTech floor mats. Yep, those are up front. What else? What do we got here? Where's this from? CarQuest. High grade primer. Yeah, primer. Paint stuff. Yeah, every manual you want. The fridge manual, the Esterbacher, that manual. You know, it's all here, folks. Whatever you need, it's in this. It's in here. I'm telling you, this disaster. Lowe's and Home Depot. Those are all folded, folks. Yeah. So that's kind of the tour. That's the quick and dirty. It's not too quick, but it's pretty comprehensive, I think. What else haven't I talked about? The floor is insulated, so the floor is raised 1.5 inches. Has hardboard insulation under there. The ceiling is insulated. The ceiling has furring strips on it, on the main ribs of the ceiling of the van. That then is insulated 3 inches because of the drop down of the 3/4 inch on the furring strip, and then the 2 inches on the the rib of the van, just the structure of the van. I was able to smash up 3-inch insulation in there. Where I was unable to do hardboard insulation, there is rock wool. So in the cavities of the ribs of the van that go longitudinal in the van, rock wool. Marine grade plywood. If you have any questions about like if I'm like bullshitting or not, go watch some other videos. I just shoot it how it is. I'm not here to sell you something. I am, but I'm not like hard selling. Oh, this is the best van built ever. No, it's not. Like, I've never done this before, but I think I did all right. It's pretty freaking nice. And it works really well. I've been in it for 2 years. And there's no like, oh, I had it 5 years, blah, blah, blah. Like, go back and look at the receipt dates. Like, there's no hiding it, right? All that to say, somebody's going to disagree with how this thing's built, and that's fine. Like, it's not for you. That's great. This van isn't for everybody. But I think it works really well. I've been in for 2 years, full time. I built it in Alaska. I wintered in Alaska through a pretty nasty winter. There's no, like, I'm not going to bullshit. Yeah, the heat runs a lot, but when it's -10, you're in a metal box. Like, there's no, I don't care what you did. Like, you're in a metal box. The heat's going to run. I'm like ranting and raving here. Like, those of you that don't usually watch me, you're probably like, this dude is fucking nuts. Those of you that usually watch me, you're like, this is pretty on par. He's kind of chill, actually. He's not really that wound up. Yeah, anyways, don't really know what I'm looking at. I'm trying to look at the camera. I can't see my face. I don't know if I'm in the frame, out of the frame. Hopefully you can still hear me. Yeah, that's kind of it, folks. If you got any questions, drop it down in the comments. If you want to see the van, I don't know how we'll do that over YouTube. Yeah, because I don't think you can message people on YouTube. Anyways, I'm not on social media anymore. Maybe I might have to restart it once the van's actually posted for sale, so that like actually might be a thing. Anyways, yep, that's the insulation. The walls are insulated over, I'm gonna say 3.5, almost 4 inches. The cavity's got 3-inch, and then I was able to put 2 layers of 1/2 inch over that, so it would be 4 inch. 4 inches of insulation. Yeah. What else? Oh, this is kind of like an afterthought, I guess. The hot water, it's on-demand hot water, so you're not waiting for a tank to heat up. You have to wait for the furnace to heat up, but you're not like, oh man, I only get 2 gallons of hot water. Like, nope. As soon as the furnace is hot, you have hot water until you run out of water. That is a major reason why there is not a indoor shower. Number 1, I full-timed in this thing. You can find a gym somewhere to shower. Number 2, I don't have unlimited water, and there's no actual city water hookup on this, so you can't just screw a hose on and open a valve and boom, you got water forever. Not a thing. So I just wasn't into that. But all that to say, hot water, as long as the furnace is on and running, you can do that. It is plumbed into the diesel tank. It will not run the diesel tank out of fuel. The pickup for that is above where the fuel pump pickup is, so that you can still drive to a gas station. You wouldn't run yourself dry. If you're out in the boonies camping, you just really want that hot shower, you won't have to worry about running yourself empty. What else? I think that's it, folks. If you got questions, and leave them in the comments, let me know. If I end up activating Instagram, it's the same name as this YouTube account. You can find me there. Maybe if I haven't posted like a for sale on like my recent Instagram post, then I'm not active. And you can message, I just won't read it. Other than that, the van will be posted on vanlifetrader.com. It'll be on rvtrader.com. Unless they tell me I can't list it there. I don't know why they would do that, but it'll be on there. It'll be on Facebook Marketplace. I don't know where I'll be, so I can't exactly give you, hey, look up 2018 Sprinter 2500 in Marietta, Georgia. Like, I can't tell you to do that because I don't know where I'm going to be. Yeah. If you are genuinely interested in seeing the van in person, feel free to leave a comment. I will get back to you. We'll hash out some way to actually connect and exchange like a phone number, and we'll go from there. If you think this is the dumbest tour video ever, that's fine too. Never done it. So here we are. I think that's it. That's it. We're leaving it there. All right. Bye.